For three Drew students, their summer internships in Washington, D.C. were quite memorable. The summer before his junior year, Andrew Bishop interned with Congressman Robert Andrews, a double major in political science and Chinese studies. He says he was able to put both majors to work.
I've been able to sit in on briefings. I've been able to go to meetings with constituents who have concerns relating to China. So it really has been nice to be able to bring everything together, take that liberal arts education and, apply it to the real world.
Across town, Megan Wolf spent her summer at the Center for Women Policy Studies. She says the nonprofit is focused on many issues, from HIV/AIDS to trafficking to secondary education. She says her favorite experience has been the preparation for their upcoming conference this fall.
They're bringing 12 women from Parliament that are in Africa to Washington, D.C. And right now I'm writing up a report that's going to actually be given to the women to read. So that sort of makes me feel like I'm actually doing something that's going to matter to women from Africa, which is just a really cool thing.
Meanwhile, Felipe Gomez Azebo's internship at the Organization of American States is nothing short of spectacular. Just as Mexico was preparing for their presidential elections, a group of his co-workers were slated to go and observe. Then his supervisor gave him the news.
The trip was set for Wednesday, and Monday afternoon, they were like, oh, fill out these papers, we're getting your accreditation, you're coming to Mexico.
He spent the trip meeting with poll workers, political candidates, and observing how the process would unfold.
You go from, oh, elections, okay, that sounds lame, to, oh, this is how elections work. And that's really the coolest experience.
The students' experiences have been made possible through a program funded by former New Jersey Governor and former Drew President Tom Kean. Deborah Leibowitz is a professor of political science and women's and gender studies at Drew. She says Governor Kean always wanted to make sure students had meaningful internships.
He's always wanted to do things that try to help facilitate young people's access and engagement in public service.
And Leibowitz says the internships often lead to bigger and better things.
That's an incredible gift because it gives them real life work experience while they're in college. And I can tell you that every year we have had a student who goes on to be employed by the place that they interned.
And these students say they're very thankful for the opportunity. In Washington, D.C. for Drew University, I'm Ted Johnsen.